here minding my own business, spending money. Damn, bro. That's crazy. Don't take those Sherwin-Williams loads, y'all. He really said fuck it and left, bro. Made this whole mess right here. That's crazy. He's dipping though. He's just gonna go roll like that. That's crazy. They're cleaning the mess. Check this out though. Fuel here is like $5.59, but mud flap has a glitch. Check this out. Yeah, you see it right. $4.17. This is what it usually is. $5.37, $5.40. But here it's $4.17. It says the pump price is $4.32. Hell no, it's not. Today is July 1st. Price of fuel is around $6. But the funny thing is, I just fueled up and they charged me the $4. So we'll see if they charge me more, but they'll probably charge me the full amount. But hey, I'm just gonna say, well, this is the price that was on the app, and that's what I fueled. Yeah, well, that's pretty crappy, unfortunately. So my delivery is set for Tuesday, 9 a.m. because Monday is 4th of July, and I tried to deliver early today, Friday, because I'm passing by Mascoutah, Illinois, and then my parking is, 20 miles west. So then, Monday I gotta come back here, and then I doubt I'll pick anything up here. I'm making 60, 70 miles for no reason, but I tried to deliver, but he wouldn't take me. But it is what it is. It happens, I guess. He said if I was more ahead of time that he would, but I really didn't have much time. I grabbed some food, literally stopped at Mount Vernon there and grabbed some food and ate it in my truck. So I really did go pretty much straight through, just fueled and grabbed food, and witnessed that guy with the paint. He drove off. He said, screw that, I'm not stopping. Which, like, I don't know, where the hell do you even go when that happens? We had that happen to a driver in the company once, and broker was like, no matter what you do, you cannot take the seal off. So there he is, just sitting watching paint drip out of his trailer. Like, screw you, dude, I'm taking the seal off and I'm recording the whole thing. And the messed up thing is those, like, Sherwin-Williams loads and whatever. Alright, let's answer this. Hello, hello. What a day, y'all. Finally loaded and rolling. It's a long day up to the loading point. So, to get you caught up, essentially what happened was I had my delivery this morning in Mascoutah, Illinois. So then, I went ahead and delivered. It's Tuesday today. I went and delivered, and after I delivered, I didn't find a load yet, so I went to a truck stop to, rest until I find something. So I do, and I see this load. Actually, I think they called me because I had a truck posted. It was Centralia, Illinois to Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's a 8,000-pound tanker endorsed load. To be honest, it was my fault for not asking if it was hazmat, but they didn't say if it was hazmat or anything, and the Raycon, excuse me, and the Raycon didn't say if it was hazmat or anything, so I was like, okay, we're good to go. So I deadhead, I don't know if it was like 40, 50 miles to my pickup to Centralia, and I show up, And in the meantime, I found a load back from Centralia to Ohio. I meant from Tulsa to Ohio. So I had my day planned out today, tomorrow, Friday. I was like, great. I meant today, tomorrow, Thursday. I was like, great. Awesome. Like, you know, got solid loads. I'm excited. And we'll be good to go. You know, everything's great. I show up and they're like, oh, we don't have this ready yet, but we'll get started on it. And I'm like, before you get going, I know it's tanker, but just to make sure this is not hazmat, right? And he's like, yeah, this is a hazmat load. It's like water treatment stuff or whatever it was. And I know sometimes there's loads that have partial hazmat, but depending on percentage of the load being hazmat, that's what determines whether you need a tanker endorsement and I mean a hazard endorsement and placards. So I'm like, I called the broker, I'm like, yeah, that's the story. Basically they said this is hazmat, they're not gonna load me, and I need to have placards on my truck. And I'm like, I don't have a hazard endorsement and I cannot take this load. So I'm like, just send me a truck order not used and I'm gonna leave. They're like, okay. And then they email me and all that stuff, and they're like, oh, we just talked to a shipper, that was fault of their own. This is, I think what they said is, this is class 9 hazmat. And she said, well, for class 9, it's not considered hazmat or whatever the hell, and you don't need the placards, just go back. So I was like, you know, 5 miles away from that shipper. I left and I was like, you know what, I'll turn around. I turn around, still same story. They're like, listen man, like it's a hazmat load. We're risking our job and legally we cannot load you if you don't have a hazmat certification and hazmat placards available. So I'm like, well crap, like I give up at this point, dude. I'm pissed. And I call them again. I'm like, listen, like I tried, they're not gonna load me, you need to get yourself a hazmat driver. And like, it's just crazy to me that they kept pushing it to get just loaded on my trailer. And now I'm like, it's hazmat, the bills are gonna say hazmat. I confirmed with them and they're like, nah, it's not. And I'm like, lady, listen, this is a hazmat load, they're not gonna load me without the placards, and the bills are gonna say hazmat, so ain't no way I'm taking this. There's nothing for y'all to sort out. So, you know, they were like, okay, whatever, that's fine. And thankfully they paid me truck order not used. So then I'm rolling back towards St. Louis because I gave up. There's not many loads out of Centralia, so I'm like, I'm just gonna deadhead home like 70 miles. I find this load out of Edwardsville to Pennsylvania, and I agree with this broker on $3,200. We agree on miles, weight, everything, $3,200. He said, yeah, very easily. So something seemed off a little bit to me. So I'm like, whatever, but that's cool. Like, I'll go 70 miles empty and then have my loaded miles and it's fine. And he's not sending the Raycon. I'm about to call him. And then he finally freaking calls me. And then he's like, what time could you make it there? I was like, I don't know, like 2:30. And he's like, oh, let's do this. If you can make it there by 3 p.m., I'll give you $3,100. And I'm like, dude, what the actual fuck? Like, we just agreed on a rate, and now you're trying to push me down because you probably went on the board and realized you could have sold this for less. So you're trying to have some BS excuse to give it to me for less. And I'm like, dude, that's just plain shady. And he's like, that's not shady, I called the shipper, this and that. And I'm like, dude, listen, you know what, like, screw you and your load, you can have it, I'm not hauling your shady loads. And so I just told him to piss off, and that was just shady, you know. He's the type of broker that will cancel your load to sell it for $50 less. Like, screw that, man. If we agree on something, then go by that. Don't try to whip out no gray area BS. So yeah, then I go to truck stop and then go eat, and then I finally got this load. It's recycled paper bales. I'm hauling this to Kalamazoo, Michigan. Not my favorite area, to be honest. I would have loved Tulsa a lot more. but it is what it is. I gotta go through that show up on Haiti, through Indiana and then Chicago, and I'm just not a fan. But it is what it is. Get what you can. 'Cause today's Tuesday, so I'm already behind on loads. Like, I already missed out on 2 loads essentially, because I usually leave Sunday, deliver Monday, pick up Monday, deliver Tuesday. So obviously I'm not gonna get the same money I would have if I ran the whole week. So it is what it is. But yeah, I figured I'd tell you guys about my amazing day I've been having. And yeah, I'm just keeping my fan on because it's so hot outside. And my freaking fan will not automatically turn on for some reason. So I don't want any chance for my truck to try and overheat. But yeah, our delivery is first come, first serve. Maybe I'll make it tonight, but I doubt it. If I don't, then tomorrow 8 a.m. open delivery. Yeah, folks, I'm gonna keep on rolling and probably catch you a little later.